Good day, everyone. This is Alvin again from the Philippines, and this is the day we are going to talk about my final prediction for Miss Grand International 2019. And let me just begin by saying that I am very, very happy and I am very proud of my prediction because many ladies did very, very well during this competition. And as what I always say, I could be wrong, I could be right. But the thing here is, I am really open-minded that there's definitely a lot of possibilities that could happen in the finals. But based on the preliminaries, based on my own assessment, here's my current top 20. Let me just minimize the introduction because we have a lot to talk about. My number 20 is Nigeria, Ocheche Favour. I am very, very proud of Nigeria for performing very well in both rounds of the competition. If it's up to me, she is without a doubt a sure qualifier in the first cut. But I have some worries as well because we have seen some strong performance in the past from African region, but we're still ignored. So I am still hoping that she'll make it in the top. My number 19 is Indonesia, Sarlin Jones. Indonesia has also done well, in my opinion, although she may not have the best walk overall, but I have seen how she worked on it and improved it in just a few days. Her swimsuit performance is just okay to me, and her gown performance was her best moment at the preliminaries. I think Indonesia still have the chance of entering the first cut with Sarlin after a decent performance in both rounds. My number 18, Malaysia. Melody Quain. Malaysia has come to the competition prepared and ready to give another placement to her country. Although her evening gown performance is a bit underwhelming, but she truly recovered from a strong swimsuit performance. I am not sure how she does in interviews, but with her personality and confidence, I am quite sure she will do well. My number 17, Chile. Francisca Lavandero. I have high expectations from Chile prior to arrival, but as time goes by, I think she's being overpowered by some ladies. There's nothing memorable to both of her performances in the preliminary competitions, and that's one of the disadvantages that I saw. However, if ever she'll make it, which I think she could possibly do because she really have a very beautiful styling, she's got a great body, so she might be considered for a possible spot in the top 20. She really needs to give it all if she makes it in. She needs to give more energy, more personality, because it's what she really needs. My number 16 is Philippines, Samantha Ashley Lowe. To be honest, this is the most unsure placement that I did. Last year, Ava Patalinhog did everything perfectly except for just one slip in the evening gown preliminary, and that resulted to her non-placement. This year, I am not sure if everything that happened will affect her performances and placement. Number 1, late arrival, which I am not sure if MGI will consider her reasons valid since there was really an issue. Number 2, underwhelming performances in both rounds of the competition. I appreciate her confidence and effort to do her best for the country, but as sad as it is to admit, but that performance broke my heart. It was really underwhelming. However, I still have other things to consider, like the voting. She could win that, which could help her automatically get a placement in the finals. Or the interview where she is good at. It's hard to figure out because there's a lot of different scenarios that happened to her in the entire event, and it could go either ways. It could either be good for her or bad for her. But if Philippines will not place, I will not be surprised. If Philippines plays and plays much higher than what I gave her, I will not be surprised as well, since Samantha is a very smart woman, a hardworking woman, and all the criticisms that she got during the preliminaries, if she makes it in, I am sure she will definitely improve on it and do well in the finals. And if she does, I will not be surprised if she goes higher. My number 15 is Costa Rica, Brenda Castro. Costa Rica also performed well this year. The only thing is, I don't see her performance as a top performance, and there's always a lot of ladies who are doing better than her. However, with solid performances in the preliminaries, I am sure she is going to make the first cut. My number 14, Russia. Kamilla Khusainova. Russia is one of the happiest surprise that I have this year. Sometimes she is being underrated, but no one can deny that she truly performed well in both rounds. Her swimsuit performance was great and she looked beautiful in it. And her evening gown performance was classy and playful. And at the same time, I truly enjoy when she did that twirl. I love that. I would love to see Russia get a placement. My number 13, South Africa. Belinda Schroeder. I am so proud of South Africa at how she came to the competition. I have very low expectations and I am glad she proved me wrong and did so well. Even I was shocked at how amazing she was during the preliminaries. If she makes it and enter the finals, this is one candidate that I could see as someone who could potentially enter the top 10 and make some scramble. My number 12 is Ecuador. Mara Topic. Ecuador just won my heart when I saw her introduction video. She speaks English fluently and she was good. Aside from that, her national costume performance, I really love it a lot. It was unbeatable. She also gave a strong performance in both preliminaries, but she's at this spot because her swimsuit performance may not be a top 10 caliber, I believe. Having said that, if she could do a much better performance in the finals, she is another possible top 10 placer. And with her skills in public speaking, she might even enter the top 5. My number 11 is Dominican Republic. Stephanie Bustamante. Broke my heart to see Dominican Republic out of my top 10 because I really like her very much. She gave a very solid performances in the evening gown round, which I truly consider as one of the best. Her swimsuit performance may not be as good as the evening gown, but it was a decent one. I will be the first one to be happy if she enters the top 10 because she deserves to. Now, let's proceed to my top 10. Once they entered the top 10, this is where each of the top 10 finalists gave their individual speech about war and violence, their thoughts about it. So here are my top 10. Number 10, Czech Republic, Maria Boichenko, one of the strongest performers in both rounds of the competition. As what they have said, she's one of the ladies that truly gave a winning performance. From her looks, confidence, personality, and performance, she was just outstanding. I am not sure how she does with interviews, but if she could deliver a great speech, then a top 5 placement for her would be a deserving one. But if not, she's good enough to go as far as top 10. My number 9 is Vietnam. Nguyen Ha Q Lon, the adorable, beautiful, and amazing Vietnam. I am just amazed at how she gave a solid and outstanding performances in the preliminaries. She took a risk during the evening gown but did it beautifully, and she was confident and great during the swimsuit round. I have heard her in interviews and I am not really convinced, which is why I left her at this spot. However, top 10 speech is a prepared speech. So if she could deliver something good, then a top 5 placement is ready for her. My number 8 is Panama. Carmen Drayton. Panama has been one of my favorites even prior to arrival. I was so happy that she has given strong performances in the preliminaries. She gave us so much fun and energy. Her body was great and everything was strong about her. I think I was not that wowed simply because all her performances were kind of expected since I followed her for a long time. If she goes far, I wish to see something different from her, and also my heart still wants to see her do very well. My number 7, Mexico. Maria Malo. Many considered Mexico as a potential winner in this edition, and even I myself believe that. She gave an outstanding performance in the evening gown round, but her swimsuit performance just hit the home base because it was so good, which is why seeing her go as far as top 10 is not a surprise to me. I placed her here because I haven't really heard how good she is in interviews, but then again, possible winner and possible top 5 is already written all over her. But it still depends on how she does in the top 10 speech. My number 6, Brazil. Marjorie Marcel. I am so pissed at myself for putting Brazil out of the top 5. We all know that Brazil gave a wonderful performance in the evening gown round, and her swimsuit performance was a killer. She's got those abs, and she definitely got one of the best bodies here. She is a confident and solid, strong performer. For interviews, I think Brazil will use Portuguese, and I know she can deliver the answer very, very well, but my worries goes to how the interpreter will do it. And we have seen many times, we have seen it happen in the past, and I am so nervous that it could happen again. There are really moments that the interpreter messed it up for the front runners. But if not, if everything goes well, then Brazil is definitely welcome in the top 5 because she deserved it and she could even win. Now let's proceed to my top 5. 4th runner-up goes to Thailand. Arayha Suparurk. Let's say Thailand was not involved in the controversy about body shaming. I think she will be getting so much support in this competition because she was fun to watch in the entire event. She is super beautiful. She is radiating so much energy when she performs, and all her performances are top-notch. I do not see her winning because it would cause a lot of controversy, unless, of course, the organization wanted some more attention focused on them. However, I have to give it to Thailand as well because during the competition, I do not see her as a mean woman. I see her as a fun girl, a competitive woman, and she's been treating other candidates very well also. But honestly, if we just base it on a performance basis alone, this girl is a potential winner. My 3rd runner-up is India. Shivani Jadhav. Prior to arrival, I keep on saying that if India enters the top 10, it's game over because she is definitely going all the way to the top 5. With her performances in the preliminaries, I have no worries anymore that she will sail through to the top 10 and to the top 5 easily. She was outstanding in the evening gown, but her performance in the swimsuit was really, really good as well. For the top 5, if she gives a very powerful speech, she could potentially win. And then again, just an additional note, I would love to see her do an evening gown change. Something that will make us say, that's a winning look. My 2nd runner-up is Puerto Rico. Hazel Ortiz. The energy of this woman, her smile, and all the positivity is something that I get while watching her all throughout the competition. She was one of the best in both rounds of the preliminaries. I know whatever language you speak is just okay, but for someone like Puerto Rico who is fluent in delivering her speech in English, I think interviews and speech round would be a piece of cake for her. She is going to be the silent killer in the competition. If there's any suggestion, I would love to see her wear a winning gown in the finals, same as India, because her gown during the prelims is too simple to become a winner. My 1st runner-up is Venezuela. Valentina Figuera. I know Venezuelans will be so thrilled to see Valentina do well in the competition. I will not elaborate further because I have already talked about how she nailed both preliminary rounds. She was on 1st spot on my swimsuit and evening gown choices. Venezuela has consistently sent strong delegates in Miss Grand International, and this year, I mean, of all their performances, of all their participation, they have not won yet. And I think this year would be a great time to see Venezuela win for the first time in their own land, and I just cannot imagine how happy the Venezuelans would be. It would definitely be a moment of celebration. And honestly, no one will argue because Venezuela is a performer. And my choice for Miss Grand International 2019 is Peru. Camila Escribens. Can Peru pull a sandwich victory for her country? I truly believe they could. She has all the qualities to win Miss Grand International. Face, stunning. One of the best faces this year. Performance, outstanding. She wore a winning gown during the preliminaries and gave winning performances in both rounds overall. Interviews, she is good. She is very confident, articulate, and she speaks English and Spanish fluently. My only doubt is if MGI will be willing to give a country their 2nd crown this early in the competition, because of course Miss Grand International is a baby. if compared to other pageants. So are they willing to give a country their second victory this early? That's the question that we need to wait until the finals. But for someone like Peru, who checked all the boxes and is going to be a deserving winner, I would say it's time for Peru to take home their second crown. So that's it. This is my final prediction for Miss Grand International 2019. What do you think? Don't forget to leave your comments below. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and share the video as well. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe because you'll be seeing more of these videos in the future. And for now, thank you very much and have a wonderful day from the Philippines.